members of the board. My name is Steve Gable. I'm a resident of Haddon Heights and also a retiree from this magnificent group of individuals back here, ladies and gentlemen who are your county correction officers. I just had a couple of questions and I commend you for wanting to save the county money. I truly do. I might not agree with the way you're doing it, but saving money is a great thing if you can do it, and if you can do it sensibly. I just had a couple of questions. Is this strictly to save money? Anybody? No.
It's
right.
But also, we also recognize the fact that the county jail itself, in the way we operate it, is not sustainable, not because of the performance of any individual in this room,
right,
but because of the setup of the jail,
the physical
and the overcrowding situation. So we have a problem that is not sustainable.
Right.
So part of the impetus behind trying to find a solution, in addition to the federal lawsuit hanging over our heads,
right,
is to find a better way to do something that is apparently not sustainable.
How about this thought? And this is probably a dumb idea. Bill Simon kind of thought of this back in '85 when they kind of built the jail. But as far as I know, that jail is designed to go up another 4 floors, not out. Because when it was built, that was the entire designation, that it could take another 4 floors. Can anyone in this room, Bobby, the president, can anybody say that's a fact? Does anybody know? Because maybe it's worth looking into, because it might be a reasonable alternative to what you're proposing, which is maybe an entirely new jail.
That is the first I'm hearing of that. So
well, I think it's worth. No, I could be dead wrong, but I think it's worth looking into. Another thing I was curious about was the lawsuits. I was just wondering, if you hire private people who aren't under, and I believe it's the statute 10A that involves correctional officers, and I don't know if it's a state statute, so please correct me if I'm wrong, but corrections is generally under what's called statute 10A. That means these fine men and women who protect this county from what's behind those bars must go through the rigorous training Mr. Bond, the gentleman before me, alluded to. If you hire private individuals, I'm just wondering, when the alarm goes off, and these wonderful folks answer that alarm in 15 or 20 seconds, and you got to call 911 and have 5 or 6 PD, local PDs guy in this room.
No, you ain't. You're the smartest guy.
In all honesty, I don't know who would answer the call, because the $12 an hour guy. If I was the $12 an hour guy, and I saw a brawl in that room, I got to tell you, my feet would be heading in the other direction. So I don't know who. In all honesty, ladies and gentlemen, you really do a fine job, but think about who would pay, who is that lawsuit going to be aimed at? Will it be aimed at the county? Then think about the lawsuit for the first dead inmate who gets shanked in that jail because he's... Like I said, I'm probably the dumbest guy in this room, but if you really want to save money, and I know you do. You really do. You people aren't dumb. You're not. You can't be where you are dumb. Has anybody thought about saving money with overtime? If you put these guys, Haddon Heights had the same problem right there. They were running into a lot of overtime. What did they do? They did what Barrington did. They did what Audubon did. They did what everybody was doing. 12-hour shifts. I know one thing. Before I would let one of these wonderful people go and bring in private security, or private, whatever you want to call it, privatization, for $12 an hour, or $14 an hour, or $15, or whatever they're going to make, how much do you really think you're going to get for your dollar spent? Seriously, how much? I appreciate you letting me come up and talk. I truly do. I think you are trying to save money. I hope you do save money. I hope it can be done. that I really hope to God you give it some thought and say, you know what, maybe there's another way. Maybe we can do this together. We can work with these people and say, look, how can we do this sensibly? And maybe there's another alternative. It's worth looking at because they're worth saving. Thank you.